Hi, welcome to Math for Adults Foundation, Thinking in Patterns. Today, we are going to be looking at a toothpick house pattern. We're going to start by drawing a house like this, and you should build it on your own with toothpicks. So here is our first house, and I need you to count how many toothpicks are in that house. Did you record your data? Okay, now for our second house, we're going to have a second story added. So here we go. Now we have 2 stories on our toothpick house, and we're going to record the number of stories versus the number of toothpicks in a table. In our table, first we're going to put the number of stories, and here we have the number of toothpicks. So first we have 1 story, took 6 toothpicks. 2 stories, did you add it up? Takes 9 toothpicks. Pause the video and continue adding stories and toothpicks. Okay, you should have found that the next story, when we have 3 stories, now there are 12 toothpicks, and 4 stories gives us 15 toothpicks. Now I have a challenge for you. Pause the video and figure out how many stories it would take. How many stories would you get if you had 35 toothpicks? Pause the video. Okay, so let's figure out how many stories we've got going here if there are 35 toothpicks. We can just keep counting and adding 3 at every stage, because each new story is adding 3 more toothpicks, and we could just follow the pattern and go with 5 toothpicks is 18. 5 stories is 18 toothpicks, and so on. And that would get us down to where we have 10 stories would be 33 toothpicks if we just kept drawing it out. But you might notice a pattern to help you figure that out without having to draw it. Do you notice that at the very beginning we have a roof with 3 toothpicks, and then each new story is 3 more toothpicks? So we could take 3 for the roof plus however many stories there are times 3 toothpicks. So we could say 3 times 10 for the 10th story, and that gives us 33 toothpicks. Now, if you wanted the 11th story, we still have 3 for the roof plus 3 times 11 for 11 stories would be 36 toothpicks. That's too many toothpicks that are needed if we only have 35. So if there's only 35 toothpicks, then we can make 10 stories with 2 toothpicks left over. So our answer would be 10. Now, let's look at what the graph would look like of this. I am in the graphing calculator, the free graphing calculator at desmos.com. You should pause the video and open it yourself. Here is the graph of the relationship. If we take 3 times the number of stories, x, 3 times x plus 3 for the roof equals y, we have a graph with a y-intercept at 0, 3 for the roof, and then each new stage adds 3.